Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is April 30th, 2024. So based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage apocalyptic natural disasters, chemical, biological, radiological, and or nuclear attacks, and or World War III by the date of May 7th of 2024. That being said, one Donald J. Trump will be arrested, assassinated, or die in some form or fashion by the date of May 7th. It's important to know, firstly, that May 7th is MG, as in MAGA, as in Make America Great Again, hence the reference to Donald J. Trump. And it's also the 7-month anniversary of the October 7th Iran-backed Hamas attack on Israel, and so this makes the trifecta because the attack was on October 7th, it's 7 months, and then May 7th, so that's 3 sevens, and that forms the tetragram known as Yahweh, which is the highest God in Jewish lore, if you will. So exactly what's planned is obviously unknown. I'm going to get into it in a second, but firstly I want to highlight the dates. So May 1st was the original report that Osama bin Laden had been killed by U.S. forces, so a revenge attack is expected, possibly nuclear in nature. May 1st is also May Day, which is Communist Day, and so some sort of Russian-related attack is expected. May 2nd was also the date of Osama bin Laden's death, which was subsequently changed from the 1st to the 2nd, and so some sort of Al-Qaeda revenge attack is expected. May 4th is Star Wars Day, so some sort of Russian ICBM satellite-related attack may be in order. The 5th of May is Cinco de Mayo, so some sort of race war attack, possibly targeting Latinos or Mexicans, is expected. And then May 6th is the anniversary of the formation of the Swiss Guard, which guards the Pope. And then May 7th, of course, is MG, or Maga, and as I mentioned, it's found in the numerology of the Maga, Make America Great Again, as well as the tetragram of Yahweh. So exactly what's planned on the date of April 30th through May 7th this coming week is obviously not known, but the most likely scenarios at the CIA stages: asteroid attacks, comet strikes, biological attacks, biological outbreaks and or pandemics, chemical attacks, dirty bomb attacks, nuclear ICBM missile strikes, most likely originating from Iran or Russia, 9/11 style nuclear attacks, most likely targeting the United States, Israel, and or Europe, radiological attacks, weaponized contagion attacks, for example, anthrax, Ebola, smallpox, cyber attacks, possibly targeting airlines or airports, satellites, nuclear missile silos, Wall Street and or the financial sector, nuclear reactors, power grids, or the banking system, such as banks and or credit card companies. It's also highly likely that the CIA will stage nuclear reactor attacks or meltdowns, mustard gas attacks, white phosphorus attacks, ammonium nitrate bombings, most likely in the United States, that will be subsequently blamed on militias, hence the MAGA reference at the beginning of this video, antimatter attacks and or a Chinese Pearl Harbor-like attack, possibly in Southeast Asia. So in short, the CIA plans to escalate one of the current 4 wars that are going on, which is the Russo-Ukrainian war in Ukraine and Russia, the Israel-Hamas war in Palestine and Israel, the Syrian civil war, and the Yemeni civil war, with the end goal being to establish an Iran-Israel war or Iran-United States war and or a NATO-Russian war. So come May 7th of 2024, it's virtually certain that the CIA is going to stage some sort of major watershed moment. This will most likely transpire in respect to one Donald J. Trump or one Joseph R. Biden. In respect to Biden, he is expected to die, resign, or be assassinated by this particular date, and in the case of Trump, he is expected to be arrested or be poisoned or die a quote-unquote natural death by this particular date. So by May 7th, it's virtually certain that we will have an international emergency of apocalyptic proportions, a national emergency, as I mentioned, a Biden dissolution of presidency event, martial law will likely have been declared, or the cancellation or postponement of the 2024 election. There's also the realistic possibility that quarantine will be in order in the aftermath of some sort of biological or chemical outbreak, and or World War III will have been declared. So just to recap, this next week is highly, highly critical. Essentially, we have all these wars that are simmering on the stove, so to speak, and then we have all these protests going across, like around 30 different campuses across the United States, and that's because this is designed to highlight Islamic terrorism, Palestine, and Israel's war with Hamas just prior to an Israeli, possibly an Israeli attack or invasion of Iran or other Arab countries under the guise of preventing weapons of mass destruction attacks, or an Iran-backed offensive, possibly targeting the International Criminal Court or various locations within the United States. So regardless, the CIA plans to basically turn the world upside down in the next 7 days, which will culminate on May 7th, which is the 7-month anniversary of the war. So some sort of major earth-changing event is expected, considering the protests and considering the war numerology and considering everything that's going on. It's highly likely that the CIA will stage some sort of 9/11 style nuclear terror attack. That's the CIA's bread and butter, Islamic terrorism. New York has already been attacked before. They've staged numerous terror attacks in Paris and London, so that's also a realistic possibility. And of course, Israel is always sitting there, so Tel Aviv or Jerusalem may be targeted as well. So needless to say, shit is about to hit the fan in an apocalyptic manner, and hopefully this video will serve as in sufficing that, or whatever. It will serve to obviously thwart these particular attacks. In respect to Trump, it appears that these mock trials, these stage trials in New York, are basically designed to bring Trump into New York City so something can happen to him there. And so I'm just about ready to publish a report about an Iranian poisoning attack targeting Trump, which may be slated for tomorrow or Friday. So that may also be in order. So anyway, in the event that any of these aforementioned events come to fruition, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence officials, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.
You're going to use the company.
Oh, yes.